to another video in the digital literacy spreadsheets. This is Getting Started with Spreadsheets Part 2. I'm going to be looking at some basic formulas, some charts and graphs, and we're also going to be looking at inserting text boxes. So, without much ado, let's go. Now then, I'm going to open my spreadsheet. It's there, sitting there. I think I've already got it open. There it is. Right. I'm just going to actually close this because last video I mentioned something about protecting it. This is what it looks like when you protect it with a password. Open the spreadsheet and it's got a password it's asking for, which is totally unoriginal today. I chose a password. Now I've got my spreadsheet. Okay, so two of the most common formulas are sum and product. We're also going to look at count, average, replicate, and we're just going to sort things. And we're going to look at min and max. So, first one is sum. Sum is when you're adding up numbers. So I go over to the formula bar. I'm on the cell that I want the formula to appear in. I'm going to choose auto sum. Sum, and it's suggesting what it wants, and in this case it's listing them in the column. I can that's alright, those are the ones I want, B3 to B9, press enter, and it's 15, so it's just added those numbers up for me. The other one that is a very common one to do is product, where you're going to multiply things. It's another type of sum. Click on where I want it to be, so here. Auto sum. This time I'm going to want product is not there straight away. It appears here. If it wasn't there, I could just type it in here. Product. Now it's telling me it's got B3 to C3, which is what I want. It usually gives it to you like that. There you go. But if it didn't show like that, then what you can do is you can type it in. So I could go equals product, oops, choose the correct thing, and then brackets. Now I'm going to want that, and that, so that, hold shift, that, multiplies those two, close brackets, there it is. Just going to replicate. If you replicate a formula by basically just copying it. So we can go to home, copy, copy, then next thing below it, paste, and this time I want to paste as this fx, which is pasting the formula, because then, see if I look at different one, there we're doing it, there, paste, formula, job done. I can even select more than one cell. I've already got it on my clipboard. Oh no, I haven't, so I just go here, copy, select the cells I want to appear in, and paste it. You can also do copy and paste by holding down the right button, and then you can choose which one you want. Or there are keyboard shortcuts. Control C is copy. Right, now then, I've got some highlighted cells here, but I didn't point that out before. If I want to make my cell stand out, one of the other things is sitting in font is to do the borders. So, for example, pick something obvious like thick borders around those two cells, and there it goes. This box here, sitting at D10, I'm going to just basically put the sum. I'm going to add up all of the costs here. So I'm going to go to formulas, auto sum, sum, D3 to D9, which is exactly what I want. There we go. Right. A couple of nice, useful, basic formulas there. Now we're going to look at a couple more which crop up quite a bit. We're going to look at average and count. Okay. So I'll just delete that. So count is when you're going to count the number of things. So if I go auto sum, more functions, count. Okay. Now then, I'm going to count and hold over, and it will now count that many numbers. And it's 7. Now it's quite interestingly, because if I count and do that again, and I count over those cells, I'm going to get a problem, because it will only count cells with numbers in them. So we can delete that. So 7 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Average, this is what it looks like when you write it out. I'll just delete it. So there's where I want it to be. Auto sum average. Auto sum average, and I'm going to select the ones I want, which are D3 to D9, and it will now give me the average. That's what you do when it's doing a column. I can also do it in a row. So here I've got count F4 to I4, which is those ones there, number of shops. Not surprisingly, it's 4. Here I got the average across there, so I'll just show you the sum here. This time I'm going to type it in. Average, open brackets, highlight the ones I want to do, and then close the brackets, and there we go. Now, 2 other useful ones are minimum and maximum. So I've already done that for t-shirts. So in here, I'm just going to do it for jeans. There we go. Right. So when I want the minimum, here's where I'm going to put it. Minimum. I go over to formulas, auto sum. It's normally there, but if not, you can search for it. Min. And I'm going to take minimum for the different ranges of jeans, which are those ones there. Press enter. £19.50. And I can do the same thing for maximum. Here we go. The maximum. So it's going to be those jeans that are in new look. Oh yes, there we go. Okay. Now then, one of the other things that's quite interesting to do is to just sort your data alphabetically. It's not so much a problem when we don't have a lot, but when you've got a long list. So what you can do is it's just how you look at it. So data. So if I highlight these, and remember to highlight all of the cells within a particular area, I'm going to highlight these cells here, and I'm now going to sort them. Now then, I can sort by item, quantity, cost, or total. I'm going to sort by item, A to Z, off. Now it's put them in alphabetical order. If I went to do that again, I could sort them by, I don't know, let's just put total, and I could put smallest to largest, largest to smallest, largest to smallest. There we go. Great, so that's basic formulas which hopefully will get us going. Now, the other thing that's very common is charts, graphs, etc. So, what you would do is if you wanted to have a chart, now I've already got a couple here, so what you do is you highlight the data that you want, you go to insert because you're going to put the graph in, and then there are lots of different charts for you to choose. It comes up with some recommended ones, so you'll see them on the screen like so, and there's a whole list of all of them. You've got pie, you've got area, you've got tree map, box and whisker, funnel, all of these, line, columns, etc. Okay, so you pick the one you want. For example, pick that and drop it in. Okay. Doof, like so. So what I'm going going to do is just get rid of that and take that over here. So I'm going to do it for this one here because it's a little bit more interesting. I'm going to do that. So insert chart, choose the type of thing that I want. I could have it like that or like this. Or like that or like this. I could even have line charts. All going all over each other. Okay, so now then, so here's a couple that I've already put up. So this is the chart, and it's got, when I click on the chart, it's showing you the data that it's working from. So we can axis titles. I can turn that off. Now you can't see that axis on the side, or I could put it back on so that you can see. In this case, it's the costs, the minimum price to the highest price. What I can do is I can actually put a title on that. So here, in this cell, highlight the text, and I can put cost. And I could put an axis title here, and this axis title is in there, and I can choose, I don't want that open, get away. I could choose to put item. So wanted. Click on here again, plus chart title. I can take it away, or I can put it on, and we can just have it as close. Right. Here, now so come back to this plus one. So the legend. Really have to worry about. The legend is the shops in this case, and I can show it at the top, the bottom, the left, or whatever. So I'll have it at the bottom, and it's basically the key. You can see the grey is Sainsbury's, blue is Tesco's on this one. Now then, is there anything else I just want to play with here? Yes, I know. So this chart here is a little bit different because what I can do is I can take my data, and then with this filter I can filter out some things. So if I just take the select all off and I just go select Tesco's and new look, then and enter. So when I do that, you can see that now only two shops are appearing. I can do this and only Tesco's is appearing. I can bring that one out. I could put all those back, and I could just do t-shirts, so it just shows me that data. Quite interestingly, and that's what it looks like if I was to then print one of those out. What have I done with this one? Oh yeah, oh no, you've just got that with trousers and shirts on that one. I could go, so you see how I'm working from a different one here, just working from the other ones. Okay, so it's always worth having a little bit of a play and see what you can do. So come back to this one, do that again, because I've just noticed that it's my box is sitting over it. So if I just chose Tesco's only, select all Tesco's, apply, there it is, just the Tesco's ones now. I'm just going to go back because I need it to be behaving itself now. Down here, let's go and get rid of that, let's go and put this somewhere else. So here, I've got another type type, it's a line graph. Now I've hidden the stuff on this time, so if I just go black, I can put the axis titles on, I can put the axes on, I can put the data labels, data table. So lots of different things and ways of adjusting your charts and graphs. Now then, we got over there, I can't remember. So then what we can do is we can play with some interesting things. We can, I'm just going to, I know what I forgot. I'm just going to go back here and pull this stuff away. I can have a look to see what all of my formulas are. So if I go, I think it's view, is it? No, it could be formulas, it could be data, it could be view. I can't remember where it is. Chart design format. Show formulas. Well, there's a trick that I tend to use, which is why I can never remember it, where if I press Control and the grave accent, I can show all of those. Now, grave accent doesn't make a lot of sense. What I'm doing here is, that's the grave accent. It's on your keyboard underneath the escape and the tab. So if I press them again, all the formulas disappear. There it is on formulas. I knew it was there somewhere. Show formulas. It'll do the same thing. Brilliant. Great. We can use that picture. So now what we can also do is we can before we move on to some back and forth, there's printing out. So if I wanted to print it out, I go to print and then I go to my printer, get noisy. What I can also do is export. When I export, I can export it as a PDF. Takes up less space and it's a lot harder for people to alter. So, and it's just a different file type. So that's so now then what we're going to do. Yep. I don't know what happened there. Right. I'm going to now, I've got a little Word folder here. And it's got a chart on it. Right. Now then, when you click on a chart, or when you've got data in a table like this, you get this little plus symbol. If I click on that plus symbol and press copy, sorry, I'm just being offered coffee, so I just said yes. Then I can come onto my spreadsheet, click on the top and paste. Oh, I thought I copied it. Let's go back to the Word document. Copy. Paste. Right. For some strange reason I have an extra cell in there, which we will just right click, delete to take that one away. So it's just brought that whole lot in. When it brought it in, I didn't realise I'd already altered the size of the boxes. I would have had to just double click just to make it large enough. So I've brought the table into the spreadsheet, and the good thing about that is I can then come over here, got all of these come over here. So if you've got lots of stuff, you can type it in your Word in a table, bring it over here. I can go view, data, and I can sort them. So I can sort them by column A, column B, in this case column A because it's term, A to Z, and that just puts them into that order. So I'm just going to pause, continuing with my coffee now. So now what we can also do is, if I just go back over here, I can also copy over charts from my spreadsheet. So I can just highlight a particular, say, chart I wanted, copy, and then I can paste it over. Now, the interesting thing is, when I paste it over, I get a couple of options. So, I'm just going to get rid of that. Put this over here. Scroll down. So, I've already copied over two charts here and here. Now, the first one, when I copied it over, if I just come down here, when you pick bring this back, when you pick a graph, a chart or something, there we go, copy. So when I paste it, I can just keep the source and I can embed it, and I can link the data. Now, if I link the data, it gets quite interesting. So here's two here that I've already done, two I've already made earlier. So on here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the price of the t-shirt at Tesco's. So there it is on the Word, and here it is here. So I'm going to change it to a really expensive £25 t-shirt. On this one, it's altered to £25. So just take that one away. Cut. So when I alter it in my spreadsheet, it's linking to the Word document at the same time. So if we now just change the price of the jumper at Amazon, and I'm going to make it a £75 jumper. And now it's changed on that one. So that is everything that I was going to cover on that one. It's a very long video. Well, I hope that makes sense, and I'll see you all in the future. Goodbye.